Okay guys, so first things first, we're going to jack it up, drain the oil, so the oil is not there. And then right after that, while the oil is draining, I'll start removing the battery, you know, and the seat, the battery, blah, 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 the bags. Start stripping it down, and you guys can take a look. All right? Okay, leave it there. Alright, so let me take the seat off. And, wow, this thing is zoomed in pretty good. Let me change the lens on and see if that helps. Okay, give me a second. I'll be right back. To you, it's just a flick like that, but I'm going to change the lens. Okay, I took the wide lens off. Color looks better. We'll see how it goes. So let me put this lens away. I did have a bottle of water here somewhere. Don't know where I put it. What did I start with? Take the seat off. Should try to grab the remote for this camcorder. So I'll be back. The screw here in the back of the seat. What I like to do is put the fasteners back in the holes where they belong, so I don't lose them. And then, but for example, the battery. Everything that belongs to the battery case, I'll put in a box. So here's the seat. Take the seat off. And I'll put the fastener back in, back where it belongs. Let me move you, see if you guys get a better picture. Battery out? Yeah, it's battery out. 10 millimeters. about these bikes too, man. The freaking cables are way too short. Very hard to, put the battery in and take it out. Put the stuff back on. Gonna lose it. You can see they're all rusty. They're all rusty. Polished them up. I don't like seeing the rust. I mean, this thing's so stiff. So I'm gonna spray it down, see if I can loosen it up. Try my best. Nothing too fancy. Because a little bit of detailing does make a difference, even if you don't get every speck of rust out. I mean, you can, but I'm not gonna go that deep. There's the cover. I don't know if you can see it. A bit of rust right there. Rust on the bottom. Polish it out. I think I might take this off. I think it's glued on. Double-sided tape. Put a scraper to it, and I think I'm going to sand it and paint it. I don't think this chrome will come back. Unless I dip it. But I'll put this on the other bike. Okay. Battery out. It is an AGM battery I got. Because regular lead acids, this bike does not like. 2-3 days, it won't start it. With AGM, I gotta say, very, very impressed. A little bit more pricey, but for the Harley, I think it's needed. Difficult to work on. Alright, get her in. So yeah, since I got the AGM battery, I have not needed to put the trickle charger on it. When I know I'm not going to ride for more than a week, the other bikes, the other Harley, I do need to. I have a Honda Shadow. I've had the thing for 6 years now, and original battery, I have not changed it yet. I think it still is the original battery from Honda. It's a 2002 Honda Shadow Spirit. And the battery just won't quit, and the thing starts all the time. It's carbureted, and the thing is the most reliable bike. I'm telling you, you can have it sitting all winter. Don't touch it. You shouldn't do that, but it starts every time. No trickle charger, no nothing. The Honda, the other Harley, this Harley needs it. After a month, there's no crank. Brand new battery. They just don't make batteries like they used to. I mean, no company out there now takes pride in what they do. None. Back in the 90s, I had a car, the battery was 12 years old, still started the car. Today, 2-3 years, you're done, you gotta buy a new battery. It is what it is. I think they do it intentionally. I honestly think they do it intentionally because, it's more sales. If I gotta buy a battery every 12 years, 13 years, I think, back in the day, 10 years, let's say 10 years. I own the car for 20 years. I change the battery once because it comes with the battery. 10 years later, I change it. I only change it once. Sell the car, put it in the garbage. If it only lasts 2-3 years, I'd be putting 8 batteries in the damn thing. So, I think they do it intentionally. Because with the technology we have today, you can't make a battery. Like, seriously? You can't make a battery last in the car longer than that? Come on. Whatever. But this AGM one, top notch. Alright, take out the charging wire. I should find a box. I have a box. Should I put it in a small box? I'll put that in a small box. So I'll put that in the small box. And the battery tray stuff. Set that aside. Yeah, I feel that tray. Let me get my impact. Trust the impact. Extension. Now the thing with this tray is I think the left bottom bolt goes through to hold the oil pan as well on the other side. So it's a little bit longer and I think it has a nut on the other side. So I'll go check that. And yeah. I don't know if I should tape you because you get a flashlight. Let me see. Yeah, we're good. The nut is actually on the oil pan. It's welded on. Loctite. Like I said, the guy did a lot of work to it. Oh, another one. There's another on the bottom. The Teflon one? Yeah, Teflon. Little connector here that does clip to the side of the box. And I don't know if it goes up or down. I think it goes up. Yep, up and out. Let me see if I can show you guys. So that little guy right there, that's where the connector was on. So it just goes in and just clips. I'll put that in the box with the battery stuff. Put this nut back where it belongs, and I'll put the other 3 bolts back where they belong. It'll come out with the oil pan. It'll stay on the oil pan until I paint it. When I paint, I'll take it off. These other 2 that were holding it just go in the frame. This is not the original tank for this bike. The other one's a little bit, it's thinner. And the petcock was more towards the choke, which is easier to use. This aftermarket tank, the petcock is way too close to the spark plug wire. When I want to go to on, it hits. I got to move the wire, turn it to on. And then sometimes I'll get a jolt if it's running. Like if it's running, I go to turn it off, I'll get a jolt. Occasionally, not all the time. But I don't like that. And I cannot turn it because the hose, there's no 90 at the other end. If there was a 90, I could probably turn it more and make it face out. But then the outlet will be pointing at the engine. I don't have a 90 that I'll go to the curb. That's the way he did it. I might change it. I'll see if I can, get better hosing for it and whatever. But after I paint the tank, I'll deal with that. So take this cover off. I'll take the cover off. I think this cover just pushes in. The full cover, it just pushes in. It's got screws on it and everything, but it doesn't lose it. So, it's like pushing grommets. So I'll put that. It's got some rust in the back. I mean, the lighting is bad, whatever. See, it's got rust in the back. I'll sand it down. And somebody did try to, I guess, steel wool the front. Got some scratches on it. But I'll see if I can polish it. I don't know if you can see the scratches. You can't see the scratches. I won't bore you with that. So, can you see? So far, I got the battery out. Over here, the seat's out. I'm going to start from the rear and work my way forward. So I'll take the bags off, take this chrome off, and I'll start polishing the chrome and everything now. Once the chrome is done, I'll take the fender off, sand it, prime it. I'll take the one off the other side as well, get all this chrome done. And I'll work my way forward. So I'll reinstall the stuff, like I'll paint it, I'll reinstall it, I'll clean the bottom swing arm, I'll paint the rust, whatever, clean it all up, and then assemble it, and I'll work my way forward. Because, take everything off now. I mean, I'm going to forget what I've done, so just do it in sections. I mean, I got all winter, because the snow's coming. So, and I have other bikes to ride, so it's not a big deal. And like I said, the bike is for sale. It's up for, I have it for $4,000 now. Once it's done, I'm going to jack it up a little bit. Paint, time. Not a lot, but I'll jack it up. So let me take these bags off. If these bags bolt from the inside, they do. There's 4 of them. This one's only 2? Yep, this one's only 2. That's the top one. And it just sits on the bars. Okay, I'll do that. And I think it's a 1/2 inch. Do it the old school way with the Allen wrench. These bags do suit the bike, but there is snake skin on the bag. The bag is leather, it is from Harley. There is some snake skin on it. It is very weathered though. I'm going to put these bags. Again, not new as others. On them used, but they're okay. They got some bling to it. And I think they will match these bars, I think. If not what? Not Harley bags or aftermarket bags. You got the radio on before. don't know what YouTube's gonna say. I'll keep it like that. Side cutters. There's a zip tie here. Oh, one in the back. Yep, one here. That came with the grommet. That's with the grommet out. I have to get out. Oh, there you go. See, this is molded. It's molded. The plastic is molded to this steel. So I don't know how the other one's going to work. I'll see. The grommets are out. Yeah, I'll put them back on the bar. Yeah, I'll put them back on the bar. So, these screws on like that. This is one. One is missing one. It's not here. Probably gone. I do have some stuff lying around. I probably put one in. A little crazy with Loctite. You don't have to threads. I do have some grommets. You know what? Here we are. Right here. Okay. I have two different styles. See? Two different styles. This one here is tapered. I'll show you. So I guess it cups into the bag better. See? That one's got a taper to it. And I'm pretty sure I can cut that out of that one. See that one? So circumference is pretty, yeah, right there, pretty close. Circumference wise. Height. There you go, I can work with it. Height, there's the height. So I just shave it down. That'll work. I'm going to put it on the bike so I know. All zip tied on. There's that one. There's that one. I'll cut the tip off of it. And I'll use that one instead. Well, maybe I'll run no bags on it. But there is a little small pouch in the back. I don't like it in the back. If I keep the back seat, I'll mount it on the back seat, on the system bar. Because it's too much on an angle. The license plate covers the buckles. I might move it to the front. That's the only bag you need, seriously. bottle of water, your paperwork, and you're good to go. And get that bag off. And I do have other bikes I can probably put this on. I have one on the phone. Really quite in there. You know what? This little pouch in the back matches the other saddlebag pretty good. It's got some decals on it, some little chrome blingy things on it, and it matches the other one. The other ones are hanging up here. And I think, yeah, it's a pretty good match. I think they belong together, to be honest. Yeah, I think the centerpiece is the same. So here's the back bag, and this centerpiece here, it's got a little bit of a whatever. This little piece here, it matches the other bags. That's not bad. All right, so I'll probably put it here in the front. You know what? I do like it in the front. Yeah, I'll put it in the front. So I'll armor all it, get it all shiny. You guys can't see my face. See, if I raise you guys up, nope, still can't see my face. Oh, there you go. Again, like I said, I got to give these tubers props. I mean, they talk to the camera like it's an actual person. They explain things very well. It's incredible. It's like they're actors that haven't been discovered. Very natural. So there you go. So let this air out. I should stuff it to see if I can reform it. I'm gonna pop some rags in here and see if I can reshape this. I'm just stuffing some rags in it to see if I can get the shape out again. And that might work. Alright. I'm out of the picture. Here I am. So from now on, what I'm going to try to do, I own and run a landscaping company as well. Bought it a few years ago. I took a chance, and it's going pretty good. The whole family helps out. My back is shot to hell, so the whole family helps out. It's really good. So what I'm going to try to do is also, I do a lot of my own repairs of the machines. Back in my early 20s, I was working as a mechanic, you know, and the bonus is I do all my own repairs. Engine, machines, the decks, the blades, on the walkers. I have a Wright, I have a couple walkers. Great machines, but they do break down a lot. So the reason I think the company is going well is, one, I don't have employees to pay. The whole family helps out. And the other thing is I do all my repairs. So, I mean, they charge, what are they charging now at the I think $90 an hour for labor. And they lollygag, you know they lollygag. So I get the parts, do it myself. I do have backup machines, so it could be in the garage for a while. Hopefully the other machine doesn't break down, then that one's broken down, then I'm stuck, right? But I always have time to repair it. I'll put those videos up as well. So there you go, nice and poofy now. Hopefully it takes the shape. So I watched another video years ago where the leather was messed up. There we go. And he stuffed it to get the shape, and then he dunked it in a pail of water. Left it in there for like a week. And it seemed to work. So let me see if I can raise this a little bit. Whatever. So it seemed to work. I'm not going to dunk that. Forget it. If it takes the shape, it does. If it doesn't, but you always put stuff in it anyway. The noise, the humming in the background is the furnace for the garage. So I apologize for the humming. Close the door. Let's close the door. It'll go on and off. All right. So what am I going to do next? The other bag. So let's scooch over to the other side. Do I have room to mount the camera? Yeah, maybe. Let me scooch over to the other side. I'll bring you guys along. I'll edit a lot of stuff out. There we go. See if that works. Where are we? Let me lower you. So I will now be working on, there you go, on this bag. Take this bag off. Happy wrench. I bought this lid at Princess Auto. It was on sale. I think it was like $7.99 regular price. I think I paid $4.99. I think like $200 off. $300 maybe. I don't know. So that's not on sale. I have to grab it. I'm telling you. Well worth it. This thing is phenomenal. It has it does have the foot jack to jack it up. And it's also pneumatic. Oh, for my back saver, I had to grab it. And the pneumatic works top notch, man. So off. I used to have a fireplace to heat up this garage. So what I had to do sometimes was come here in the morning, start the fire. I had to really let it burn, really start it up hot. To be able to heat up the garage to a good temperature, and then every so often just keep it maintained. And the problem is, I had to time it because I didn't like going into the house and leaving the fireplace die on its own. So I had to stay in here, find things to do until it was at a safe temperature to go inside. It'll just die off on its own. But being here for a while for it to die, like the metal would get so hot, and I gotta find other means. So I was going on Kijiji, messing around, Craigslist, blah blah blah. I found a nice furnace. This guy, he did demos in houses. So this contractor bought a lot, demolished a house to build a new house. It was a bungalow. They wanted a 3-story. And the guy went in and he took out the hot water tank, does the copper, he does the furnaces. So he put on Kijiji, had a Lennox furnace to get rid of. And I saw the pictures. It looked very modern. And we talked to the guy. It was a bit of a drive. I think it was an hour drive. And he said that he can get the electric pilot, he can get the pilot to go on, but nothing else would happen. It would die out. And it was a new furnace. And I noticed that one of the vacuum lines wasn't connected to a certain nipple. So I said, you know what, I'll take it. How much you want for it? $50. I said, fine. It's a big furnace. It's like it'll do a 3-story easy. So it was overkill for the bungalow. So loaded it up, fairly light, brought it home. Now it was for natural gas, so I went to a local furnace place and I bought a conversion kit from natural gas furnace to propane. So it comes these new jets, smaller jets, because propane burns hotter. So the natural gas jets will have, it's like jetting a carburetor. It'll have a larger jet to let more natural gas through, because natural gas burns a little cooler than propane. Propane is hotter, from my understanding. I don't know. So like if I were to run the propane through the natural gas jets, there'd be too much propane going out, and it would overheat the whatever it is, the manifold or whatever, the heat exchanger, and melt it. It would get too hot. So you have to go with a small orifice, smaller, so less propane goes through. And I'm telling you, once I did that, it was like $50 for the kit. I changed the jets out. They fit right in, same thread, same everything. I put that hose back, the vacuum hose back in, because it has to circulate fresh air from outside first before it lights it up. And I don't think with the fan that starts to suck in the air and the exhaust, you know, there's a primary fan. It starts up for about a minute first to circulate the air in and out, and then once it feels that all the sensors are up to par, it then turns on the gas to then light up. And it wasn't creating no vacuum, so the sensors wouldn't even tell the computer, okay, it's good to go. So once I put that vacuum line back on, the nipple fired right up. And it's been 3 years now, and this thing's phenomenal. So I use the 100-pound propanes. I fill them up, cheap. And yeah, it's been great. What I do want to do, because if I'm out here a lot, it's a lot of propane. But I come out occasionally, and I like to keep the garage when I'm not here at around 10 degrees in the winter. You know, there's tools and stuff, and I don't want it to freeze. And there's I'm landscaping, so there's chemicals I have up here that, and they say right on the bottle that it can't freeze. So I keep it at 10 degrees overnight. When I'm in here, 15, 17, around there. I'm telling you, awesome furnace. So what I want to do is run a natural gas line. I did save the jets. They're in a container at the bottom of the furnace, right near the cold air return. So what I want to do is run a natural gas line from the house, not that far, to the shop. And I'm looking for the grommets, if any grommets fell in or whatever. No, we're good. So what I want to do is, you can see there's snake skin here. Where are you? There you are. Inside this diamond used to be snake skin. It's peeling off. It's all weathered and stuff. So it is Harley bags. I don't know if you can see the Harley. No, you can't. Forget it. So the lighting in here is not all that great. So what I want to do is I want to run a line out for the barbecue. Convert the barbecue to natural gas as well, and then bring it to the garage, and there you go. Natural gas is cheaper than the propane, and I don't have to keep going to my local supplier to refill these tanks. So if I can get the gas out to the garage, make my life easier. My back is gone. I can lift them empty into the back of the truck. I cannot lift it full. I got my back's all gone. And hey, looks like somebody made a grommet as well. Look at that. Somebody made one. There's one missing and somebody made one. So here's a grommet, as you can see. Focus, focus, focus. And this one's all chopped up. It's all, hexagonish. So somebody made one already. Wasn't me. It's here. I'll use it. I don't give a shit. Oh, no, okay. I don't give a... I don't give a bleep. Bleep, bleep, bleep. You think with talking to the camera, you start going crazy. Whatever. So. I did post a few videos of, like I said, the family playing instruments, teaching them how to play, and sing some songs together. And I didn't get that many views, but it's okay. But I did repair one of my snow plows. The blade, it was all messed up, all rusted and rotting, and the bottom plate fell off. All the bolts snapped from the bottom plate, the scraping plate. So I said, it's time to fix it. I do have a backup plow. So I brought it in. I got new bolts, new carriage bolts. Sanded it all down, welded on some new sheet metal. Whatever. And I got quite a few views. I guess people like to see, the how-tos and what you do and blah blah blah. And I figured, what? I'm always working on these bikes and machines and this and that, and I do find mowers that people throw out. I fix them, sell them. So this guy Musty does the same thing. He'll find old gas engines, lawnmowers, snow blowers, whatever, and he shows the process on what he does. Process of elimination, how he tests this, tests that to get them going. He sells them. I do the same thing, but I never vlog it. So I think I'll do it now. Okay, so this bag is off. I put all the hardware back on. But the strap for that bag, I can't get it off. It's really tight in here. So I gotta get the sissy bar out. Yeah, it's pitched behind the sissy bar. Okay, no problem. Wait a second, there's a part missing here. Yeah, there's a part missing here. Let me go check that bag. Yep. Yeah, I dropped a part. The buckles are missing. Yeah, the buckles are missing. What the hell? Oh no, yeah, they're right here. Okay, never mind. Oops. Okay. So let me get these bars off now. Let me see, what do I need? Half inch? Ooh, that's not a half inch. 9/16? Let me try 9/16, but I'll gun it out. I'll zip it out. There's 9/16. Let me see if it's 9/16. I'm telling you, this lift, awesome. I would, you know what? If I didn't have the lift, I wouldn't be doing this. I would just sell it the way it is. Talk me down. I don't care. I would not. No. These have acorns on them. Acorn fasteners. This one got popped through. Oh, they put a spacer, but it still got popped through. They put Loctite on this? I don't know. We got a 9/16 wrench. Oh, that's not it. Are you freaking serious? It's a half. Okay. Oh, and it's spinning. You freaking monkey. Oh, you had to spin. That's not good. Okay, so let me jack up. I'm gonna see if I can jack up the back of this bike. Let's see if I can see, because it doesn't feel like it's a hex nut or bolt. It feels sort of carriage boltish, very round. Does this jack fit under here? Not. Yeah, probably not. I need to buy a scissor jack. You monkey, man. Seriously? I don't have a scissor jack here. Yeah, I don't have a scissor jack. So, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Nope. Maybe? Nope. Nope. Come on, seriously? Maybe from the swing arm? If I get a block of wood under it? Yeah, I can probably do it from the swing arm. Let me shoot over to the other side. I got the exhaust in my way here, so I'll shoot over to the other side, see if I can jack up this side. So I can lower the swing arm, so I can get to that bolt. Probably take the suspension off too. This is really rusty. This is bad. It's behind the bags, so the water just sits there. Oh. Okay, let's see how this goes. Other side? Let's go to the other side. So that's a good angle. And back here, or it's like, yeah, jack it from here. I think this jack will do it, bottle jack. Let's see how this goes. We'll put it on a block. As you go. Can I take a 2x4 in there? I don't know. Let me see if I can find a 2x4. 2x2. I think it'll work. Here we go. Let's see how this goes. You guys can't see me, can you? A lot of guys will actually, have the camera right here, show you guys what you're doing, but the bottle jack will not fit under the frame. The bike is too low. So if you jack it up a little bit from a different point, you can get something under the wheel. Once you lower it, because the wheel is up, it lifts the frame, and now I have an access point for the bottle jack to fit. Now, I should take these shocks off. Oh, they're in bad condition. I'll take one off. I'll show you guys. They're bad because they're behind the bags. So whatever was exposed is in chrome. Good to get polished and wiping down whatever. But behind the bags, they're bad. So let me lower it. So I take the pressure off. Sweet spot. See what happens. Everything's going on. I gotta take it off anyway for the chrome. So I'm gonna take the shocks off. Shocks, suspension springs, whatever. Nope. What is it? 5/8? 5/8. By 9/16. Where are you? 9/16. Yes. There you go. That did it. This is a big sucker. That might be a 5/8. And I think I might need to change the extension. The one with the extension, loose torque. And there's a nut on the back, so I might have to get a wrench. And that's not the right size. So, not a 5/8. Larger. Three-quarter.